Hello Pisces, welcome to your lunar cycle insight video for March. For the Pisces new moon, your birthday month, if you are a later born Pisces, happy birthday. And wow, what a big month it is for you. We not only have the new moon in your sign conjunct your modern ruler and in square to your ancient ruler Jupiter, but we also have Mercury, the messenger, the ruler of your opposite sign Virgo, stationing retrograde on the final degree of Pisces. So this is a month of huge healing for you, my lovely Pisces friends. This is a time of really diving into the depths, looking at what is buried beneath the surface and clearing away all that no longer serves. So, the new moon in your sign is always a point of rebirth in the astrological year for you. It asks you to set the intentions for what you wish to create, to bring into being over the coming 12-month cycle. However, with Mercury, still at a standstill as the moon rises, officially Mercury stations retrograde the day before, but he's still going to be very, very slow. And still on the same degree at the time of this new moon. So it's not really a moon for setting things into motion, but rather a moon of setting intentions around what we wish to let go of, what we wish to be cleansed, to be washed away, what barriers and blockages that we are emotionally, physically and mentally carrying that we wish to lay down. It's time for you Pisces of thinking about what healing your soul needs. It can be a time when you are detoxifying and decluttering on every level. And I'm saying this in all the videos because it's one of the key themes for this retrograde, but of course it's emphasized for you because it is in your sign. So this is a 4-week period. Mercury is going to station retrograde on the 5th of March. He's going to station direct conjunct Neptune at the same degree, around the same degree as this new moon on the 28th of March, and he is going to enter Aries on the 17th of April. So he is in your sign for 9 weeks, giving you this opportunity to let go, to really dive deep into any old patterns that you are holding on to, any old ways that you are self-sabotaging, any addictive behaviors that you are indulging that is holding your soul back from its fullest expression are going to come up to be looked at. You as a sign Pisces are prone to addiction and addictive behaviors because you sometimes have difficulty dealing with reality. The harshness of the world can be challenging for such a sensitive soul as yourself. So you may choose to numb that pain by putting chemicals in your body, sugar, caffeine, nicotine, alcohol, other substances. You may, choose to spend a lot of time alone or sleeping or watching TV, reading, engaging in some kind of fantasy as a way of distracting yourself from the things that cause you pain, the things that need to be changed or healed or looked at within and without. So this retrograde makes these behaviors particularly apparent, so that you can really look at the underlying issues that are perpetuating them. So perhaps you are, for example, giving a lot of yourself, as you tend to do, Pisces, giving a lot of your time and energy and feeling drained, so you're reaching for stimulants. Or perhaps you are, feeling the need to relax a bit more, so you reach for a glass of wine. And this retrograde is calling you to fix the root of the addiction. And these addictions can also show up in the way we relate to other people as well. Issues of codependency is something that can often arise with Pisces energy. Lack of boundaries, lack of self-discipline. Because you are such a compassionate giving sign, you can quite often be a sign that overgives or takes on other people's emotions and feelings, leaving you feeling, overburdened or unwell or in need of a rest. So it's time to examine all of these patterns, to really see the truth of your reality and your relationships and how equal and balanced they truly are. So you may choose to engage in a soul detoxification process. You may choose to embark on a purification program where you are limiting or completely stopping your reliance on chemicals. Perhaps you are feeling the need to clear and declutter, cleanse your space as a symbol to the universe that you are ready to let go and move to the next phase of your evolution. You may be feeling the need to rework your schedule. Mercury makes us think of these small practical details in our lives. So you may become very aware of where you're not being productive, where you're giving yourself away, where you're sabotaging by not being organized. So you may start to think about, setting a schedule in motion. You may be thinking about your emotional expression as well. Mercury is the throat chakra. He is our point of communication in the birth chart. So in the watery sign of Pisces, he is encouraging us to speak about our deeper feelings, to release through the use of our voice, or perhaps through journaling or writing. So maybe there will be some difficult conversations or emotional conversations that you need to have this month. Or perhaps it's just these old memories, these, even people from the past can come back into our life during this period. But, really this sense of nostalgia, of wanting to kind of clear up the emotional loose ends, let go of the psychic baggage, of the psychic clutter. So this can be a time of profound heart healing for you, as well as you revisit old relationships, old emotions, old situations, in order to finally sever the tie and cut them free. There is an emphasis on sensitivity and psychic receptivity this month as well, with everything happening in your sign. So you can be, feeling a little bit more foggy than usual. We may have this urge to really organize and structure with Mercury, but it's very hard to think clearly when there is so much Neptunian energy going on. You may be feeling called to the internal work, to the sea salt baths, to the meditation, to the crystals, to the healing, to the, you know, the spiritual groups this month. You may feel like your dream life is overtaking your physical life. You know, there can be signs and messages everywhere. You know, your connection to the universe, to the cosmos, is even more deeper, even more richer, even more poetic than usual. So it's important to give yourself time to reflect upon all of these things, time to disengage from toxic behaviors and relationships, time to just rest and be, if you can, this month, Pisces, as you journey to the next level of your evolution. So a profound month for you. We also have this month Uranus coming into Taurus. So this is a once in every 84 year occurrence. So many of us, nearly all of us, I would imagine, have not experienced this transit before. We have not had Uranus in the Taurus section of our birth chart before. So he is coming into your third house. He's been in your second house for the past 7 years, you know, calling you into financial self-sufficiency, you know, calling you into, you know, really redefining what is valuable to you, liberating yourself from old stagnant beliefs around self-love, sacred sexuality and wealth, you know, really asking you to revolutionize how you use your time and energy. And now he crosses into the third house. We had a little taster of this last year. He was in Taurus from, I think, May to September 2018, sorry, see, Pisces and fog. It's very hard for me to even get my words out today as I'm recording these videos as Mercury stations. So he is coming into your third house of communication again. So Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury. He's in the mercurial house. We've got Mercury going retrograde in your sign. So we can see this huge emphasis here on self-expression. You know, perhaps there are words that you need to speak, Pisces, you know. There are old mental patterns and programs and connections that need to be broken down so something new can emerge. And Uranus is entering Taurus just after this new moon as well. So we have this real kind of interesting energy of breaking out of the comfort zone, breaking through to the next level of being, breaking through to the next level of self-expression, yet also we're still cleansing and detoxifying. So I feel like this month it would be really good for you to work with the energies of the throat chakra, Pisces. So you might want to work with bluey coloured crystals. My favourite ones for the throat chakra are aquamarine, it's very Piscean too, mermaid treasure, and amazonite, which helps not only with emotional expression but also with the setting of boundaries as well. Chrysocolla is another great one. Blue lace agate if you feel like you need some calm expression. But also just doing creative things that can help you to get your emotions out. So as I mentioned before, journaling, writing would be beneficial to you. Or just even being with someone that you feel safe to express your emotions to. Perhaps you'll start a blog, you know, perhaps you'll start writing online. The third house can also be indicative of our online networks. So, you know, maybe there's going to be something new starting for you online that can bring you greater wealth and self-sufficiency too this month. But you really need to, you know, let those feelings out. As you detoxify inwardly, be sure to talk about the things that you need to release, or write them, or paint them, or sing them, or even scream at the top of your voice if you need to, Pisces. I'm a big fan of screaming and beating pillows when it's needed, and obviously when no one is around to be frightened by the noise. So those could be good activities for you as you kind of shake free of the old ways of using your voice for communication, using your words for communication, using your online presence for communication, and coming into the next level, you know, upgrading your style of communication in many ways, with Uranus moving through the third house for the next 7 years. So we feel a planet more potently when it shifts signs. So what is going on right now is giving you a taste of the lessons that you will be working with during his transit of Taurus. At the equinox, the sun will move into Aries, into your second house, which is ruled by Taurus traditionally. And he's going to activate Chiron, who moved there last month. So again, we're seeing this theme of self-value, of self-worth. How worthy do I feel of receiving, of creating abundance? You know, am I receiving adequate compensation for the time and energy that I am giving out? We talked about this a lot last month, so you can always revisit February's videos for a bit more on your new Chiron transit. It's going to oppose the first of our 2 full moons in Libra on the 20th of March. We're having another 0-degree new moon. So as soon as the sun in Aries initiates the equinox, bang, full moon in Libra, opposite Chiron. So we're looking at healing deep wounds. The 8th house is the Scorpio house. It is our subconscious. It is what we need to release, what we need to transform, the old ways of being that we need to die to. So again, we see this kind of focus on self-worth, on relationship, on intimacy. So we're looking at how we are balancing our own individual needs with the needs of other people. We're looking at how we're using our resources, how we are using our goddess-given wealth and prosperity, time and energy. So we're coming towards the end of the month with that full moon, and it's a big, big month for you. And then, of course, Mercury is going to station direct next to Neptune on the 28th of March, bringing an end to that journey. But you're still going to really feel him until he moves into Aries on the 17th of April. So as we let go, as he moves forward, we can start to reclaim and build the new, put the new, we let go of the old while he's retrograde, and then when he starts to move forward again, we can start to put new things into place. You know, we've realized what we need to change, and now we can set it into motion. So this month is a profound opportunity for you, Pisces. So you do what you do best, and you surrender and flow with it. You let go, you let things wash away. You let things dissolve back into the cosmic ocean, and treat yourself with the love, forgiveness and acceptance that you so readily give to other people. I'm going to pick a card for you to end this reading, and this is from the Goddess Oracle by Amy Sophia. So let's pick a card for you, Pisces. Oh, nice. So this is Hathor, the Egyptian goddess of pleasure, the celestial cow, the celestial bull. Interesting, with Uranus moving signs. So this is a reminder to embrace joy in your life, to embrace the things that make you feel pleasure. And for me, Taurus and Hathor are very embodied energies. So it's going to be easy for you, you know, like I'm doing a bit today because I have a lot of Pisces in my chart, detaching and kind of floating above. You know, we're kind of in this dream space reality. But this card says, you know, remember the pleasure of being in a physical body. Remember the gifts of physical incarnation: sing, dance, touch, play. Embrace your sacred sensuality, very much with the full moon in Libra and the sun in Aries highlighting that Taurus Scorpio axis of your chart, the 2nd, 8th house. So really reminding yourself of the gift of being in a physical body, taking pleasure from the food that you eat, from the company that you keep, from the art that you create, allowing yourself to be nourished, to be nurtured, to feel safe and grounded in your body, Pisces. So that's a really beautiful card to end this reading. Thank you so much for listening to me. If you wish to connect with me further, you can click the links below this video. Wishing you a beautiful Mercury retrograde new moon in your sign. Happy birthday for those of you whose birthday is still coming up.